Hi everyone, how are we doing today? I hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving. Definitely a lot of things to be grateful for this year. A difficult year, but definitely good things to always see the good things that you get every day. I am here with that time of the year. We are almost at the end of the year. That brings up a new year, and I wanted to do something a little bit different. I've always given you guys a flip through of my planner at the beginning of the year. Sometimes I will post it on YouTube, sometimes I will post it on my Instagram stories, but I'm doing something different with my planners, and I thought I would go ahead and share with you guys sort of what I'm doing, because I am implementing this for the month of December, among other things. So I wanted to show you guys, if you guys want a flip through of each of these planners, I'll be more than happy to show them to you. Please just leave a comment down below, like and share this video. It will be very appreciated. It's crazy how fast this year has gone through, and I have to say a lot of my planning has sort of changed, kind of from the first 2 months of the year to the middle of the year. Then we ended up moving, and so my planning has changed to where, and you probably all know this, planning changes throughout whatever is going on in your life at that time. If it's homeschooling, if it's working from home, if it's going to work, taking the kids to school, having meetings, Zoom calls, physical meetings, coffee, and on top of that, making time for yourself and making time for your family. It can become very overwhelming and very nerve-wracking, to where you're like, okay, planning doesn't work for me, planning on a phone doesn't work for me, planning on a planner doesn't work for me, putting on a whiteboard doesn't work for me, or it does. So what do? We basically put ourselves through a big old experiment, figuring out what works and what doesn't. So I want to show you guys, very simple. I have a video down below on how I use my planner and Trello together. Now that has sort of changed a little bit. Basically, I use my planner and ClickUp now, but I have sort of switched it out a little bit. And if you guys want a more in-depth video in regards to what I am currently using, what has changed, and how I'm managing things, please leave the comment down below, like this video so I know that you guys want to see it, and I will be more than happy to make that video. So here are the planners that I'm going to be using. I'm going to start using them starting December, but they are my 2021 planner setup. I'm hoping that this works. If anything changes from what I have now, it probably will only be the actual cover. What's in them will probably stay this way if they work. If they don't, I will update them, and I will definitely share it with you all. But in previous videos, you guys are aware that I am a one planner girl. Always have been. I have tried and tried to do multiple planners, and I always seem to go back to just one. A big chunky planner I enjoy it. And then I have my moments where I want to go to a planner where it's not skinny, but it's not chunky. It's just the right amount of space depending on what I'm doing. And planning is supposed to relieve the stress of life and all your to-dos and goals and projects and work and kids, everything. It's supposed to help you. It's supposed to be your assistant. And unfortunately, when you're starting to plan, oh my gosh, it can be so overwhelming. Figuring out that planner, finding those inserts that work. If you want a ring bound, if you want a disc bound, if you want a coiled one already, one that is already set up for you, one that you can make on your own depending on what works. It can be very overwhelming. And as much as I love YouTube, because I do love YouTube, YouTube sometimes is the reason why we become so overwhelmed. Because when we watch these videos about how I plan here, how I plan here, how I plan here, we think, oh my gosh, the way we're planning or the way you're currently planning may not be right or may not work, or is that the reason why it doesn't work, or I don't know how to plan, or I have the wrong planner, or I need to go. You have to stop there. You have to try what works for you. You have to try what you have in hand at that time and see if it works. You have to follow it through. And you will find your own way, your own system that works for you. We are all different. The purpose of making YouTube videos is to give you ideas and show you how some of us are using our planners. And if something out of that may say, oh my gosh, look, they have their homeschool set up this way, and you are having trouble in that section, well, maybe you can try that. But that doesn't mean that that's going to work, or it doesn't mean that what you're doing is wrong. It could be a lot of other reasons why what you're doing may not be working. So keep that in mind. It's great to watch YouTube videos about planning. It's great to read blogs about planning. It's great to play around with your imagination and your creativity in regards to what works for you. Are you a visual person? Are you a more reading person? We are all different. But the reason why I'm showing you this is for the same reason. I hope there's something from this video that helps you make the decision that you need to make if you want to plan for the upcoming year. My suggestion is yes, you should. I will say my life has been, I think everybody's lives is a big roller coaster. It goes up and down. You just never know what's coming at you. So planning ahead has made a big difference. I remember when I was little, tiny, and my mom had a binder. It was actually an actual binder, and she planned out everything. And then it kind of went away, and planning on your calendars online was the thing. And then suddenly they've all came back. And there's a reason why they've all came back. Because even though you can use electronics to help you stay organized, sometimes that's just not what works for a lot of people. So I'm just sharing mine so you guys can pick up if you can, if you want to, or if you just like to enjoy watching planning videos, which is one of my favorite things to do, then you can do that here. So here are the planners I have. I have 2 A6 and 1 personal size, and they are all Moterm planners. I'll show you this one last. I have 2 A6. I have a black one, and I have the lychee beige one. I love them. And I have broken my home planner, which is my overall planner, what holds everything, basically into these 2 planners. This one holds my financial, my inbox, and my monthlies, and I do have some note pages in this. This one carries everything else. It has my dailies, my weeklies, my work, my homeschool, and just random notes and passwords in the back if I need them for that case. And then it's got a small, really small home section that keeps me tracking with my cleaning and my meal planning. and I've broken it down. Why did I do this? Because I originally had everything in this planner and it fit just fine. But I found it that I would open my planner and I would just flip through it. I love flipping through my planner. It looked pretty and I liked it, but I wasn't doing anything in it. And I have new inserts in here. If you guys were not aware, I have officially opened an Etsy store of my own inserts, and all the inserts in here are new that I'm playing with to see what works and what doesn't. So I have this, and I've been very motivated to plan, and I'm very motivated to follow my plan. But I thought, why not split the planner to where I can have everything that I need from one planner split in two. I say I'm going to start in December, but the truth of the matter is I've started it for about a week already, and I've enjoyed having a slimmer planner. The other thing I've enjoyed is that when my planner is flat and I open it to a page, I don't have to take that page out because my sheets sit flat. The other thing is, this is the first time that I'm really using an A6 size for real. I did try one the first time I bought a Motrin from Amazon. It was the gray with the orange inside, and I do still own that. But I was very quickly demotivated. But the reason why I was very excited was because of the planner motivates me, and then the size is very similar to the personal wide, which is my favorite size. The problem is, it's just it is quite larger than what I want. I may have to go back to that one day. Every time I go back, I do go back to my personal wide, and then I kind of sort of move back to my personal size. But I'm trying I'm trying A6 size, and until now I have actually really enjoyed it. Now on this one, the reason why I put these things in here, part of the reason, my inbox, my financial, my monthlies are something that if I can have everything for the whole year in one planner, that would be great. That would be my goal, because that means I can open this planner and I will have in here all my financials for the year, all of my inbox. And the inbox is something that I do go through. I keep it for a small amount of time and then I toss it. In here I do have a perpetual calendar as well, right there. You guys will see it. I have this perpetual calendar in here for this upcoming year, and then in the back of it I do have let me show you. I have a calendar that I use to keep track. I use this one to keep track of anything important for that specific year. So I do keep my inbox in here. I do keep my perpetual calendar, and then I do keep my monthly as well. So now here I can keep all 12 months of my financial history and all 12 months of my monthlies, and I can always go back to them and review what has done well and not, and it'll be easier for me to pull whatever I want to file than have to move them around. So here is my December. Here is my December. I haven't really planned anything into it yet. Just put a few pages, and I do have some note pages in the back. I'm really excited about this setup because I think that this is going to work. That is an idea, to have one sole planner for something that you can collect yearly. If it's your monthly, if it's your fitness, if it's whatever it might be. Reason why is because it's like a book. You can open it and you can see your progress more in depth. I used to use a yearly tracker for the whole year for my fitness and my health, But the problem was I couldn't put all the details I wanted to, and if I needed to go back and check, I had to go and find that section, and even a lot of times those were not as detailed as I would have liked them to be, because I would toss all the other pages that I didn't need. Yes, I know you can file them and keep them, the important stuff anyway, but sometimes it's a little harder when you're going into very much detail. So with that being said, that's what I did there. And then the last one is very, very new to me. Not the planner, but what I've put into it. But this is the Moterm Versa, Personal Versa. And this is the insert. I will tell you right now, guys, I do believe that the insert is made a little bit different than your normal personal size Moterm, but the insert of the Versa holds so much more stuff than an actual personal size Moterm planner. If you guys want to review or want to see the actual comparisons, leave the comment below and I'll be more than happy to make that video, but it does. So that's the reason why I'm currently in the Lychee Pink Moterm Versa in personal, and this is what I'm using for my personal health. And what is it composed of? And I'll tell you what it's composed of. It has my gratitude, my mood, my fitness, spiritual, and then it does have just a general to-do list in the back. It does have a general to-do list in the back. Other than that, I have just monthlies in the front, the whole 3 months. I have 3 months of them, and then every other page after that is just gratitude, spiritual, fitness, mood, and health. I really, really want to get healthier mentally first, spiritually of course, and physically. And I think that is such an important section of your life that it needs its own planner. And that's what I'm doing. I'm giving it its own home, see how it works. I've been working on it for the last week, and I have actually dug myself into it and been motivated to look into it. My overall problem with having multiple planners is that I would become very overwhelmed. I thought I needed to have 10 of them and stack them all next to me and check them all at the same time. So I've broken it down to a point where it makes sense in my head. I have a yearly planner that holds everything I want to track as a year, and then I have everything else that I can change up as a month, and then of course my gratitude, which is the monthly if it needs to. I think I actually probably hold enough in here for 3 months. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.